Hi internet people! So this Fangirl Freakouts is about another literary inspired web series. They actually contacted the Nerdy Girl Express, which I've mentioned before. If you want me to check out your web series, email the Nerdy Girl Express or me and let me know, because I have this ever-growing list of web series to check out, and those web series will eventually probably get a Fangirl Freakouts video, but if you contact me, I move you to the top of the list. So you might already be on my list, and then I'm like, oh, yes, I need to do that because they asked me to. So there you go. But that's just a fun fact for you if you would like me to talk about your web series, and I haven't. So the web series that contacted me is called Middlemarch, and it is based on the book Middlemarch. So I actually have the email that they sent pulled up because I wanted to make sure that I got everything correct. So, alright, Middlemarch was created by a tiny group of Yale students, and they just finished production. It's actually going to be 70 episodes. Currently there are 29 available, but I know by the time this goes up there will be more. I'm filming it a little early in the week. So it is an adaptation, a gender-bent adaptation of George Eliot's Victorian novel Middlemarch, and it follows a group of college students in the fictional town of Middlemarch, Connecticut, who set out to change the world and then have to figure out how to live in it. And what's really cool about this series is that it was, I'm literally reading off of my phone, I'm sorry, but I really want to make sure I get all of this. The series was created, written, directed, shot, and edited by Rebecca Shoptaw, who is going to be graduating from Yale in 2018. And then she's the director who's actually done a few short films on YouTube that are focused on LGBTQ+ representation. And yes, there is a great deal of representation in this web series, which is amazing. And then Mia Fowler stars as Dot Brooke. And she's the main character, though there are a number of characters who get just as much screen time as she does. But she's the core character, and she's the Yale class of 20. Those are the specified ones in here. But it's really great because the series itself jumps between characters in really cool ways. So the idea of it is that, yes, I'm still looking at my phone. I have to pull up all of the character names because I don't want to mess them up. So Dot is filming a documentary, and she's decided that she wants to focus on the regular lives of regular people, and she winds up focusing on this group of people she already knows. So her friend Celia, her roommate Celia, is part of this, and then Jamie gets introduced, and it's so great. Okay, so we meet Celia and Dot, and they live together, and then Jamie appears, and Jamie's introduced as they, which is so cool because there's no oh, what, pronouns, no, literally just Jamie is they whole time. Jamie does later say that they identify as non-binary, which is so cool. There's this cute little scene that I really liked. But there's so many interesting little love situations that are happening, and it's so cute. Okay, so I am going to reveal some stuff. Jamie likes Dot. Dot does not realize Jamie likes her. Then Dot has a crush on a grad student who, I'm gonna make sure I say this, Casaubon? I knew I was gonna say this wrong. His first name is Edward, and Kasabian. They say it in the show all the time, and I knew I was gonna read it wrong. So Dot has a crush on Edward. Edward sort of reciprocates. Stuff happens between those two, Edward and Dot. It's very interesting and really focuses on sort of how you build up a person in your mind as opposed to how you react to them in real life. So they have a lot of growing issues between the two of them. We also meet the Vinceys, Fred and Rosamund, who are brother and sister, and Rosamund is living with Fred in his senior single dorm because she had some issues with her roommate. Fred is madly in love with his friend Max. Max is also gay, so it's a gay-male relationship that has yet to come to fruition so far. There's lots of sexual tension, there's so much. It's wonderful, it's very well written, and I approve of it, but there's so much happening there, and I want them to happen, and there's even a Q&A with the actress who plays Dot, who says that they're her favorite chip, and it's so cute. Fred is one of my favorite characters. He's so vibrant and loud and really into dramatic gestures, and he reminds me a little bit of me on my channel. Like, in regular work life, I am very much Dot. But in YouTube and on the internet, I am totally Fred. Like, I'm loud and crazy and decide to do ridiculous things because I think it will be fun sometimes. Max is more subdued. I really like Max's character though. He's a really good guy. Then Rosamund has a huge crush on Thomas Lydgate, who is a super intellectual. Fred does not like him. Max does not like him. Jamie gets along with him, sort of. They kind of put up with him as opposed to anything else. They're in a group project with him, as well as Fred. Yeah, it's just the three of them in that. Though Max helps, even though I don't think he's officially in it. We also meet some additional characters. So, we meet Kasabian's cousin, Billy, who is an artist, a little later on. Billy hasn't been in a lot of episodes yet, because Billy was just introduced as part of the documentary and is now going to be filming some stuff, so we'll get to learn more about Billy. But Billy and Dot also have this chemistry that is very interesting. So Billy, I believe, I'm not actually sure, like the orientations of everyone are not specified exactly. We do know Jamie is non-binary, and we know that Fred and Max are gay. I believe Dot is either bisexual, possibly pansexual. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure of this, but because I see that tension and the fact that I'm gonna go with pansexual, but someone can definitely correct me because I'm not 100% sure. At least interested in multiple genders. Then, what else? Are those the only ones we like officially know? I know Billy is in some capacity, queer. I'm guessing lesbian, though again, not officially stated. And then Celia, I'm not sure. We haven't really discussed Celia's dating life officially. She's in some episodes, but not as many, yet. She's in a few. I'm hoping to see more of her as it progresses, especially since there are going to be 70 episodes. There's definitely room for everyone to be in them a lot. In the Q&As that I did get to see, there are some bonus features. Some of the characters do not ever interact. They actually mention it in filming. So Fred, the actor who plays Fred, said that he didn't interact with certain people. He does not say whom. And Dot specifies that she was not in scenes with a lot of people. I don't actually think she's ever in a scene with Fred and Max, even though they're her favorite chip. So it was a really fun watch. It's really interesting to see everyone reacting, and there is a lot of improv from what I learned watching the Q&As. So the scenes are really cute. There's a lot of like playing off of each other. There's a really cute cake baking scene that is adorable, and seems like something that would happen to me. There's just a lot. I really like watching the relationships compared to each other. So there are some episodes that compare, you'll learn about, you see it, Dot and Edward's relationship compared to Rosamund and Lydgate's. And then we know things about Kasabian and Lydgate that neither of their partners knows, which is very interesting for me because I'm not used to seeing like all sides of everyone's story, but we're getting elements of everyone. The only one who's kind of closed off right now is Max. He's not doing additional work, so he only really appears in Fred's videos, and that's the only one where that happens with. Jamie and Celia film a lot of videos together, and theirs are sort of like happier, upbeat, or at least they try to be. They also talk about the relationships. So it's really just a really interesting sort of character study, which I'm really enjoying, and it's so just really cool to watch all of them interact with each other and like react to stuff and see how people are connected to each other. So I've really enjoyed it, and seriously, at only the 29th episode for me, there's so much more that I'm excited to see. And as I've mentioned in a number of these videos, I haven't read a lot of the books that are connected to literary inspired web series. I'm sorry, I just don't. I have nothing against them. I even have an English minor, but I read like Dickens, and I read a lot of Dickens. A lot of Dickens happened with me in college. And I've read like Sherlock Holmes and like Orwell and like random other things. I read a lot of Victorian stuff, but like shorter Victorian, not larger novels. So the issue is that then it's not really an issue for me. I don't ever know what's going to happen. So I'm always like super excited while I'm watching them because I can't guess. Like I have no clue. I'm never going to figure it out. With the Emma Agenda, which I mentioned last week, I literally have no idea. I will not know until the series is over what's happening. So I'm just so excited to watch these when I don't really know what's happening. And like, I might go back and read Middlemarch now. I have read something by T.S. Eliot before. I know I have. So I'm thinking once it's over, I'll go back. I don't really like picking it up midway through just because I'd rather be surprised. So I'm really enjoying Middlemarch so far, and it's amazing that this is all student production, and literally so much of it was done by Rebecca. She's done so much on this show. She's the entire cast and crew, and I'm literally trying to like pull up stuff because it was literally filmed with just her as the crew on a $1,000 budget, which is amazing. I'm so glad that she contacted us because this series is so great so far, and I can't wait to see more of it and just to see all of this like amazing student talent because this is some stellar work. Like I am super impressed. You should definitely check out Middlemarch. I will link it below. It's a super fast watch. I watched what's up currently, the 29 episodes and bonus features in like 2 hours? If 2 hours. It was not long. But you should definitely check it out. It's so cool. There's some great representation. It's a very interesting world. So definitely check it out. There you go. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe. You can find me on Twitter at CluffNotes, on my blog, cluffnotes.wordpress.com. I write for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com, and I run their Snapchat, the Nerdy Girl EXP. Bye, Internet people.